March 8, 2014, a modern Boeing 777, 239 passengers, and within minutes, the plane disappeared from the sky. There was no SOS, no wreckage, it was as if the plane had been wiped off the face of the earth. Flight MH370 was flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. Everything was completely normal. The plane took off at 12:41 and was following the correct route. The last contact with the pilot was at 1:19 a.m. He said everything was fine. The plane disappeared from radar just a few minutes later. No distress signals, no warnings, nothing at all was sent. And that's when it became clear, this was no ordinary accident, but the beginning of the greatest aviation mystery in history. 1:19 a.m., the last message from the cockpit is heard, "Good night, Malaysian 370. This was the last communication. After this message, no more signals, no more messages were received. Within minutes, the plane disappeared from radar. Even military radar could not detect its position. That night, one of the world's largest search operations began. Radar data later shows, MH370 suddenly turned around. Leaving its normal route, it flew over Malaysia for 45 minutes and headed straight for the ocean. But why? What's even more surprising, this decision to turn around was completely planned, with no sign of haste or instability. The autopilot was also turned off, meaning someone took complete control of the plane. Experts say, it requires deep knowledge of piloting to do this. However, who that person was, why he did it, there is still no clear answer. This makes the mystery of MH370 even deeper and more terrifying. The most surprising information, the plane was still in the sky for about 7 hours after it disappeared. The satellite ping showed the plane was heading towards the South Sea. That is, it was flying for a long time even though it was invisible from the radar. The plane was even sending automatic, handshake, signals with the satellite every hour. This shows, the plane's engine was still working properly. But why was there no communication? Where was it going? Who was in control? All remain deep questions. 25 countries, $120 million search, but no major parts found. Only a few pieces of debris washed up on the shores of the Indian Ocean. Experts examined the debris and confirmed, it was indeed part of MH370. But there was no sign of the plane's main body, black boxes, or passengers. The world's most advanced ships, submarines, satellites, all were used, but nothing was found deep under the ocean. Even the most predictable areas stretch thousands of kilometers, making the search extremely difficult. This failed search further deepens the mystery. Did the plane really crash into the ocean, or did it go somewhere else? That's why MH370 is still the biggest unsolved aviation mystery in world history. Many experts believe that the pilot deliberately took the plane away. Because changing the plane's course, turning off the autopilot, and avoiding radar, all things that only a skilled pilot can do. However, there is no solid evidence for this theory, and this only complicates the MH370 mystery. A major failure on the Boeing 777 could have caused a loss of communication. But such a failure would normally cause the plane to descend rapidly. That did not happen here. Instead, the plane flew for hours, which greatly weakens this theory. Someone may have hijacked the system, because it is not an easy task to effectively shut down the communication system of a modern aircraft. To do this, it is necessary to have access to the cockpit or have in-depth knowledge of the system. That is why many people think that this was not a simple hijacking, but rather a highly planned operation. According to all the evidence, experts believe that the plane crashed in the southern Indian Ocean. But how and why, that is still a mystery. Although some debris has been found on the seashore, the main plane is still missing. Even using the world's most modern search technology, no trace has been found on the deep sea floor. Still, every analyst, researcher and aviation enthusiast is waiting to uncover the truth behind this incident. This mystery of MH370 has become immortal in the aviation history of not only Malaysia, but the entire world. The plane never returned, but its story has kept our curiosity, sense of fear of the unknown and interest in research. 239 families are still waiting. The day we will know what really happened in the final moments of flight MH370. If you liked the video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to get new updates.